Shit, what up? Where's my AirPods case? Is that not it? Apparently, I can't find my AirPods case. It's all good though. But how are you today? How's your day going? Matter of fact, how's your week going? I haven't talked to you all week. Now, um, I'm feeling happy today. Well, I'm happy every day, but I am overly excited today because I don't know, man. It's just to the point where, like, some of the stuff that we're able to do and able to see, it's not hard, bro. It's not hard. Like, it's to the point where now I'm on a 15-minute chart. Let me come down here. Let's get to an hour, right? And the reason why I wanted to look at the hour chart first is, oh shit, I got oil everywhere. Just have to wait for a second. Now, really quick, before I even start this video, let me just say how proud I am of my guy Earl. When I tell you I'm so proud of him, it's insane. I used to think that like, maybe it was um a difference between like certain personality styles that would kind of keep people from getting into their prime quicker than others, right? Like again, not everybody is the same. And not even when it comes to like technical analysis or how you think about the chart, but like when it comes to like studying, understanding concept by concept, like really digging into where your strengths and weaknesses are. I give Earl, I mean, the biggest congratulations. I mean, to the point where like, um, what he's talking about right now in this little little shot here, he really understood me when he had his mentorship with me because we talked a lot about why I don't consider myself a mechanical trader. Like we have the same framework, but that doesn't mean I'm coming on and doing the same exact thing every day. I don't care about the same information every day. Does that make sense? I might care about liquidity always, but I'm not going to give a fuck about the same setup or the same clues or information to then press the button every day. Different. When I tell you he hit the ground running after learning this, like to the point where, and we always talk about how like the algorithm is coded to just be an asshole to people, but I've seen so much growth with him over these last couple months. It's just been unrealistic. Like seeing how people have their own expectations about like their mentorship or their learning, right? It depends on kind of where you start, right? Because if you come to me with some background information, obviously we're going to speed it up for you. But for somebody to come in and say like, "Hey, listen, like, you know, I'm good with the concepts, but I'm trying to put it all together." Earl came and hit the ground running. And the reason why I'm talking so heavily on him right now is we're speaking about right now this current turtle soup. Okay. So Earl said basically, and I'm not going to explain the concept to you because that's mentorship right there. But long story short, he understands exactly what we're doing. Once you understand what we're doing, the whole market gets unlocked and there's a new scenario or new opportunity for you multiple times a day. I've only spoken like the third one of the day, and I don't normally smoke sativas. And today I've been smoking this stuff called Tiger Bomb. It's definitely a fucking sativa, honestly. But I mixed it with like one of my favorite indicas right now. Um, I've been smoking a lot of this, what's called cookie wreck. So it's a train wreck hybrid. Um, I like original land races from like 10 and 15 years ago and all that shit. So whenever I go to the dispensary, I just try to find anything close to like familiar land races that I tried to, shit I've been smoking since fucking high school, right? Anyway, tangent, sorry. But what I'm trying to say is Earl is on his big one right now. When I tell you, and speaking about yesterday, okay, the reason why this is relevant to you as a viewer, all right, number one, um, you want to get to the point where, like, one second. So, like I said, you want to get to a point where you want to get to a point where you're just not tripping about like what you're doing. Okay. You saw that? Did you see it? What I'm doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? A lot of times people come to the marketplace and I understand where you're trying to be familiar with routines and things like that, right? Where you're probably feeling like, hey, I'm so used to the trade for the real OTE to start moving at 9:50, 10 o'clock. But the problem is when you're seeing stuff like yesterday, or you're seeing stuff like the Wednesday, these are certain days where you've noticed something. If I come down here, okay, I just wanted to put a little dent on the account real quick while I, trying to be productive. But as I'm explaining this to you, right, the whole problem is, right, say before or after 9:30. I totally understand where a lot of people feel like, hey, well, you told me the real move is not till that 9:30, 9:50, 10 o'clock area. So why the hell is it going early at fucking 8:45? And why are we going early at like 8 o'clock, 8:30? So me to kind of give you a small perspective of these areas, okay? Um, I want you to get to a point where, yes, like you understand what's on the screen. And we do talk a lot about how time is important. It is. But I just want you to start being able to separate just general movement from that, what I call the New York optimal trade entry. Okay. So what that means, and this is why I congratulate Earl, bro. Let's get back. Show you what Earl said. And there we go, right? I should have held it. But anyway, so looking at this thing right here, Earl basically said on these two last days, and this is how I'm trying to get everybody to feel. And I'm talking like I love Earl, man. I literally read these two statements and I cried. I cried. Like literally watching him to where he starts to where he is now, the journey is the voyage is just it's incredible. It's like you can see how excited I am right now. But like I am done for the day, too far into the green to give it away. Most I've ever made in a single day. Pause the video and clap it up for my guy Earl. Clap it up. Clap it up. Seriously. And this is what I was going to say earlier. I used to think it was personality style that will hold people back from being the greatest of all time, right? But the problem is, it's your willingness. It's your willingness to actually put the work in. And for anybody who doesn't know Earl is 71 years old. 70, 71 years old. When I tell you, he will put you on your back if you think that old people can't do it. Earl is one of the best traders I have ever seen, ever seen, ever seen. And I'm talking like not just from when we started. And we talked a lot about how um you get into a trade and it's so easy to have it to where your exit is where your entry should be, and your entry should be where your exit is. We used to have these backward all the time for him. So for us to be, I mean, again, he's telling you in this shot here exactly where we needed to go. He already knew. And the thing is, we were even done with him today. Well, I must confess, I did not leave a runner, but my second best day ever at 7:40 in the morning. That's what the fuck I'm talking about, Earl. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Now, the reason why this is impressive, listen. So I'm gonna start off with today, and we'll get back to what we spoke about with before or after 9:30. Yes, like I talked to you guys a lot about function, right? So I spoke about the Judah swing, how that's pretty much like my favorite Asia, right? I'm not going to go into the detail of it. That's for my Discord for mentorship. But I will say, right, your Judah swing goes into a certain time, and you know what time that is, and you need to understand functionality and just basic fucking liquidity. I say it all this. I say it every video on purpose. So when you get down to some of these levels, and real quick, where's the account? All right, cool. The discount got at least a thousand off of it. All right. So I got bored and started a fucking evaluation or whatever you call it. Like I'm such a personal account trader that like that what you call it? Evaluation, right? Yeah, yeah, no, no, no. That's what you guys in my Discord call it. You just call it an eval, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I started a little eval or whatever. But the real game in here, right, is not just the big buy that you get here, which is the bulk of the move. Yeah, it's great. But at the same time, we got in at 6 o'clock in the morning and we sold it down. Few people in my Discord, including Earl, right? All we saw as soon as we woke up, we understand objective. You have to understand objective. And a gem that I'm not going to fully explain, but I'll give it to you so you can start to think more about it is like before or after 9:30. I'm not going to go into detail. If you join mentorship, you come to Discord, I'll explain more about it there. But my whole gem is listen, yes, there is a certain version of like being safe before 9:30. And yes, there's nothing to be really scared of. You're not just going to worry about retracement, consolidation, just because we're not in fucking New York. You know what I'm saying? And so when you get to some of these levels and some of these whatever you call it, when you get to some of these like logical levels, and that means like the average person that might be like a 9:30 open, 8:30 open, right? Um, I'm trying to get you to stop thinking about like, for example, I totally get it. We've been going down all week and things like that. But you not understanding objective, what did we do? We came for a reason. What happened? It's simple. Simple turtle. Simple turtle. Right to my Asia high. But my point is, yes, this is the real New York optimal trade entry move as a function. Just because it's not 9:30 or 9:50 or 10 o'clock doesn't mean there's not money to be made. So, what was on the screen for you about why these last few days we were able to get in early and just not really worry about shit? Exactly. What's already on the screen? First of all, stop being scared of gaps. Okay. Number two, stop being scared of turtle soup. I've talked a lot about basic turtles. The first thing we all learned from uh ICT, right? You need to be a seller above highs, buyer underneath lows. I say it to you guys like that because it's black and white as I'm telling you. The problem is you're just not sure how to separate function. You're just not understanding of where all of your objectives are. So you're not sure whether this is going to fully reverse and go higher into some of these gaps here. And specifically, I mean, this is mitigated on the hour, but look, 4 hour gap, right? So you're probably like, well, I don't know, dog. I'm not fucking selling it. But you have to use the Judas swing, is my point. Use the Judas swing correctly. With practice, you'll know how to narrate in order. The reason why I spoke about this stuff up here, let's go to 15. All right. I spoke about specifically, literally same thing, just so I can show you two things at once. All right. General movement versus New York trade, optimal trade entry. So again, what are we speaking about? Right? So real quick, you wake up early. Pre-New York, right? Like, no. You don't gotta be up at like 5 fucking o'clock. No. But what am I saying? You're worried about if this is like the real move or not, because it's not 9:30, because it's 8 o'clock in the morning. You're not participating. You're not thinking that's the real fucking move. You get what I'm saying? I totally get it. I totally get it. But what I'm trying to tell you, right? On a very fucking basic level, I don't give a fuck how you solve this thing. You know how to use a basic gap. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So for you to wake up and see a 15-minute gap on your screen, perfectly rebalancing, and I wanted to see if it's actually taking advantage of the consequent encroachment or not. Almost. We hit like 25%. So yeah, we almost hit like consequent encroachment of this entire gap. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, almost. Consequent encroachment is me just saying 50%. Fancy way of saying 50%. All right. You get what I'm saying? Okay. So with all that being said, you understand a basic fucking gap. You understand. Hold up. This episode is sponsored by Lemonade today. Now, the reason this is important for you all, okay? And even if you're like my free mentorship student on my YouTube, I wanted to make sure I give you gem, okay? Just on a very basic level. And it's going like no disrespect, but no, that's not the gem I'm going to give you. Give me give me a second. Not a gem. But what I'm saying is when you're looking at just like don't ignore what's on the fucking screen. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like you're already taking advantage of what I call like Gap City. Gap City, bitch. Gap City, bitch. Gap City, bitch. Gap City, bitch. Making 10, 10, 20s, and the 50s, bitch. God damn. Pull out my rags. That should have you feeling like Tiger when you take the trade fucking early because you understand. You know how basic gaps work. And just because this one got rebalanced in Asia, you're probably thinking, oh, well, I'm not sure what they want to do with these highs. I get it. Just because it's an Asia high, you had a thought about it. But I want you to just think on very basic level. Okay. This is nothing but what? 2022 model, isn't it? Like a huge version of it. Turtle suit, liquidity made, right? All the way at the bottom. So with all this already in place, what are you scared of? And I'm talking like not here, but I'm talking like in here. So with all this stuff, and let's change to like a little so you can see it. I'm talking like about this, right? I'm talking about real expansion, right? You know what it looks like when a gap is working. You get what I'm saying? Which is why I'm telling you to just like you gotta get out of your head. You can wake up and no, you're not gonna say, oh, because it's 7 o'clock, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Yes, you do. You know exactly what the fuck is going on. You know damn well these lows probably gonna get fucked over like it's something to do. You know this. So for this to start a little early, and just to give you a reference point, let's go down to a five. Okay. This was easy, right? This was easy. This was easy. And look, you saw me kind of say, okay, you know what? This might be perfect for my little evaluation. Let me remember to say the word, right? Evaluation. The personal account caught the sells, then we caught buys from the turtle. But only thing I gave my Discord, only thing they had to do today, their only job, I'll show you, their only job, all right? I keep it real simple. I keep it extremely fucking simple. We already talked about the turtle. I gave that to him. And all I said was, listen, you want to verify that this is real? Go ahead. Go ahead. Seriously, just literally buy it above the dealing range. Just buy it above. I'm not going to go into the detail, but it's a very, very, very simple confirmation. So we took sells down, we took buys up, and I even got a little scalp out of it for the eval. Listen, you still thinking trading is hard? I guarantee you're overcomplicating it. I guarantee you are. Like when I say, listen, we talked about what? The gap is already working. Okay, so I'm gonna focus on this one. You probably didn't wake up till about 7, 8 o'clock anyway. So you're watching this whole thing, right? So when you're seeing this here, what is actually of value to you? Just get in there. Stop bitching. Get in there. You get what I'm saying? You could take a smaller 5 minute gap, all you want to. Okay. And like I said, this 8:30. I literally took the sell. I woke up and literally saw this candle, sold it. That's it. That's it, bro. That's it, bro. I'm not about to overcomplicate, overthink this shit, dog. My bad. I had to pause, hit the weed real quick. And a final gem. All right. I waited. Now, like I said, this is 8:30. All right. So yes, it does get you in. But like I said, the gap's already fucking working. So me being up, yes, you could have get it at 6 o'clock in the morning, 7:45. It doesn't matter. And what do you have available to you the whole time? I'm not going to explain it to you. I'll let it sit on the screen for a second so you can kind of see it. And I'll give you some reference points. But like I said, shout out Earl, bro. He's 70, trading better than all of you. All of you. I need that to be motivation for you. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. I need that as motivation for you. Do not get mad. I need that as motivation for you. Seriously, bro. If I can do it, anybody can. But I will say this. It just takes practice. It takes practice. You just need to start looking at what's right on your screen. Now, when I show you this, right? I spoke a lot about optimal trade entry as a function. Now, what I'm going to give you, right, as gem, yes, your move starts early because I told you that it was set up in advance. But that doesn't mean that this is your OTE start now. That's not what that means. Real OTE is still going to stop, give the user, which is me and you, the trader, still going to give the user a new entry. So then you can run another leg. This is the real optimal trade entry as a function. It does not come, it's the same time every day, which is why you're viewing what? 10:15 is a high, right? 9 to 10:30. First of all, Q3. 9:50 to 10:10, your macro. Macro's over at 10:15, isn't it? Boom. We need to move. You need to understand that. You see me fuck that up real quick? Let me fuck that up. Oh my God. Now listen, what do we do after a target is met? Retrace, reverse. And like I said, I ain't gonna talk your ear off on this one. Short video. I just need you to feel my point. I need you to be more open-minded. Trading is not hard. You just need to stop looking at the direction that's running and deciding it's not doing what it's already done. Today's a good day. I'm so proud of my Discord. You guys are on fucking fire. Fire. All of you. All of you. I'm so excited. Shout out Earl, man. Enjoy that, dog. I love you, man. Have a great day.